Right, I know the deal. You've been thinking about starting that online store, right? And you do know e-commerce makes billions a year. That's right, billions with a B. Well, just do it, and do it right with my friends at AmeriCommerce. AmeriCommerce is an easy-to-use tool to sell anything online, on Facebook, and through mobile phones. Over 100,000 merchants and website owners have chosen AmeriCommerce to handle their stores and customers. They have the most in-depth features in the industry, which include multiple storefronts, website management from one source, a Facebook shopping application, a mobile-optimized website, and much more. Don't let eBay, Amazon, and Zappos get all the money. Get your piece of the pie, too. Click on the link on thedougstewartshow.com or the app link for details. The Doug Stewart Show is off and running, but just like every company, we need sponsors. Would yours like to work with one of the livest, most dynamic, and recognized sports talk show personalities in America? By the way, that's me. Getting in on the ground floor? Well, call us at 770-847-0536 or email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com and let's do business. From the smallest company in Atlanta to the biggest brands nationally and worldwide, shawty. People know me and the Stews brand in these streets. Holla at you both. Once again, the number is 770-847-0536 or email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Yes! The Doug Stewart Show is off and running, but just like every company, we need sponsors. Would yours like to work with one of the livest, most dynamic, and recognized sports talk show personalities in America? By the way, that's me. Getting in on the ground floor? Well, call us at 770-847-0536 or email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com and let's do business. From the smallest company in Atlanta to the biggest brands nationally and worldwide, shawty. People know me and the Stews brand in these streets. Holla at you both. Once again, the number is 770-847-0536 or email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Yes!
His realness on radio has been banned across America, except for Dodge City, Kansas. The Doug Stewart Show.
Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. I really appreciate you joining me. Yes, man. And having fun here on this Word on the Street Wednesday. Had my man Clarence Hill Jr. from the Dallas-Fort Worth Star-Telegram on earlier talking about the Cowboys. We'll have some discussion on them in a second. A little bit later, matter of fact, in about 15 minutes, we're going to talk to my guy, D. Orlando Ledbetter, and get his thoughts on the Atlanta Falcons. The number to the show is 404-382-0338. You can also email me, doug@thedougstewartshow.com. I want to read some of these messages on the chat. People having some conversation on chat. Here's one from Chubby D. He says, the Brandy, MC Light, Yo-Yo, and Queen Latifah set was hot. And he's talking about last night on the BET Awards. They appeared last night. And they did that. They have a song, and I can't remember the name of the song right now. You know my head bad. But they have a song that is fairly old. But they did it last night, and it was hot. It was real good. It was real good. And so I like that. Is it me? Okay, is it me, or did Brandy look as good as a biscuit with syrup last night? Yes! Did Brandy look extra good last night or what? Huh? She looked real good, and whatever she was wearing last night, I don't know what it was, but her legs was nice and long, and Brandy kind of cross-eyed, but I think she got that fix. But last night, she looked real good. I'm like, damn, Brandy looked good. She doing real good for herself. Yeah, and Yo-Yo looked kind of good too. Yeah, Yo-Yo looked kind of good as well. And I don't know what it is with MC Light. And I think MC Light is MC Light is cute in her own way, but she came out there last night on with some sneakers. I mean, the sneakers didn't even look new. It was like some old, dirty, dingy sneakers and some pistol leg jeans or something. I don't know what she had on, but she looked very, very unfeminish, if you understand what I'm saying. And I'm like, damn, man, MC Light, come on, you too old for that. Throw on something nice and sexy and ladylike, but that's just not how she roll. And MC Light, who I have dubbed the greatest female rapper in the history of female rapper,
That's just how she rolled. I mean, she's hardcore. She won a roughneck and all of that. Yeah. And so to be a roughneck, I guess you gotta, have a little roughneck in you. And MC Light, God bless her soul, she got a little roughneck in her. Let's see, more chatter on the line. I'm a Duke fan since the late 70s. My older brother was with North Carolina, so naturally I had to go the opposite way. That's from Griff, and I think Griff is our boots on the guy in North Carolina. From Jake McDonald, the Atlanta Falcons need to win in Baltimore like little Terrio needs exercise. That's Jake. Thanks for the messages on Twitter.com, on the Doug Stewart Show, as well as on Spreaker, the chat line on Spreaker. The Denver Broncos, with a Hall of Fame quarterback calling the shots, is the team's top football executive and future Hall of Famer. John Elway runs the team. Peyton Manning, the quarterback. They're America's new team, according to the Harris poll, which surveyed 2,540 adults. Dallas fell back to number where did Dallas fall back? They fell back to 4. The Dallas Cowboys fell back to 4. The significance of that is Dallas has been the top team, quote-unquote, America's team for the last 6 years, but not this year. Yeah, which is interesting because they're winning football games. So that's an interesting little story. And also, Dallas Cowboy running back, man, Joseph Randle, was arrested on a misdemeanor Class B theft. Dude stole some drawers and some cologne out of the mall, in one of those, Dallas area malls. And he was arrested for it. He was caught red-handed on tape, stealing drawers and cologne. So people are trying to speculate on, dude, why would you do this? He makes like $500,000 a year. And why would you do something stupid like that? And there's a couple of reasons. I mean, there's no reason. There's no legitimate good reason. But he might be one of them kleptos, one of those kleptomaniacs. Or he may just have had a flashback to when he was in college and broke. See, that's why they need to play college athletes. Because in college, you learn how to steal, evidently. And that's what happened. This guy had a flashback that he was, in his sophomore year and didn't have any money coming in. And so he used to steal. He used to steal sardines and crackers back then or whatever just to try to survive. And he forgot that he's making $500,000 a year. So he gets the Dummy of the Week award. They're going to clown him forever. They're going to clown this guy forever. Yeah, Joseph Randle, from now on, his name is Crook. You a damn crook. We need to change you to defensive back so you can steal some interceptions. You can get some picks. Because you are a crook. You're a burglar. You are a hamburger. Let's talk to T from Huntsville. T, thanks for calling the Doug Stewart Show. What you got?
Yeah, so what's that?
What happened to T?
Yeah, taking a long break, enjoying the show, bro.
Appreciate it.
I'm going to get on out here, get in and get out my favorite team.
Uh-huh.
And I think we've had a few conversations about it, the Ohio State University.
Okay, now, stop for a second.
Go ahead,
and I think you've explained this to me before, but once again, my head is bad. You're from Alabama, or you live in Alabama. Give me the whole story behind the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Okay, I'm Southern raised, but I was born on the campus of the Ohio State University.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So that's the main reason. But it's sort of told to me, my mom kind of went into labor. My father hopped in my grandma's car, speeded through town, got up there, and I was going on the campus. Back then they didn't get to stay in the room. So as soon as he went outside to get the car, they towed it. So he had to leave and go pay to get the tow and all that. But besides that, I got my mom's family up there and actually lives in Columbus. And then I, as a kid, they always send me Ohio State things. And it was like the 80s, and the shirts used to have black people on them. I wasn't used to seeing that, so I thought that was cool. So, I adopted the team for all those reasons.
Okay, all right.
And just a little side note, man, not to press the topic, but that place that has the arches?
Yes. Here you go, T. Go ahead.
Just reading the book, listen to me. Now, I know a gentleman who's a good dude. Well, let's say he used to work there, I don't know, late 70s, 80s, something like that. And when people would come through and make a special order or maybe get on.
Oh, man, I lost T. Oh, all right. The number to the show is 404-382-0338. 404-382-0338. I don't know what happened with T just now. This is the Doug Stewart Show. You can email me, Doug, at thedougstewartshow.com. That's the number to the show. And you can also hit me up on Twitter at the Doug Stewart Show.
as well, at The Doug Stewart Show. And I'm on Instagram, too. And this segment, I forgot to mention it, this segment is brought to you by FanDuel. FanDuel, one-day fantasy sports for as low as $1. One-day fantasy sports for as low as $1. So go to FanDuel or click on their banner link on my website, The Doug Stewart Show, and you'll go straight to the page. You can sign up, and if you put in the promotional code COOLER, that's COOLER, they're going to match your money. Whatever it may be. If you put in $5, they're going to match it. You're going to have $10 to play FanDuel with. If you put in $200, up to $200, they'll match it, and you'll have $400 to just play fantasy football with, or fantasy baseball or basketball or whatever you want to do on FanDuel, all right? 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. And who's your favorite sports team and why? That's the question I threw out there today. The Atlanta Falcons, a lot of people calling up talking about the Falcons being their favorite team, obviously from the state of Georgia, or emailing me and hitting me on Twitter and on the chat. But who's your favorite sports team and why? What's the story behind it? So T was actually born on the campus of Ohio State. And I don't know how much of that they still do these days, but I know at South Carolina State University, I believe they had a hospital. I believe kids were actually born on campus. They have this elementary school, or they used to at one point. I don't even know if they still have that going on, called Felton Laboratory. So, yeah, a lot of times, being raised in a college atmosphere was the way things used to be. So I definitely believe T when he gives that story about he was born on the campus of Ohio State University. And I got family. My brother-in-law lives in Columbus. My wife's from outside of Cleveland, Ohio. So I know a lot about that Midwest lifestyle. And I actually went to, when Miami played Ohio State, it was probably, I'm going to guess, 4 or 5 years ago. Miami played Ohio State, got family in the area, as I just mentioned, went all the way up to Ohio, to Columbus, Ohio, went to the game. And when I tell you that is an experience, if you got a sports bucket list, you should do that. You should go and check out a game at Ohio State, okay? Because it was just phenomenal. And I'm talking 100,000 fans, and they do that thing where they dot the I in Ohio, and that was just tremendous. I mean, that was tremendous. I got to give them a lot of props on that, and I haven't really talked about that a lot in the last couple of years. I obviously hadn't been on radio, but hadn't really talked about that on the YouTube show or on this show. But, yeah, I got to give props out to, you talking about game day atmosphere, that's just unbelievable. You talk about running down the hill at Clemson. That's a great college tradition. And obviously at some point we're going to do college traditions on this show because there's a lot of great college traditions out there. But that dot in the I and how hype it is and how live it is when the guy, I think he comes, I don't know if it's the drum major or the trumpet player or whatever, like they set up this Ohio, the band members get into a formation and they spell out the word Ohio, and then like from nowhere, this guy just comes from nowhere, and maybe it's the tuba player. He comes from under the bleachers or out of the locker room or whatever, and he's high-stepping like Dion, and he high-steps all the way until he gets to be the dot in the I of Ohio, and it's just tremendously hype. Yes, that should be one of your things that you should try to do in your sports bucket list before you leave this here earth. All right? I'm telling you. It's just the atmosphere is crazy. The tailgating is crazy in Columbus. It's just a great scene. And you know I'm not a fan of Ohio State, but I give credit where credit's due. And they got a real great game day atmosphere. All right, when we get back from the break, we're going to talk to our guy, D. Orlando Ledbetter from the AJC. We're going to talk Falcons. Don't go anywhere. It's the Doug Stewart Show.
The Doug Stewart Show is off and running, but just like every company, we need sponsors. Would yours like to work with one of the livest, most dynamic, and recognized sports talk show personalities in America? By the way, that's me. Getting in on the ground floor? Well, call us at 770-847-0536 or email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com and let's do business. From the smallest company in Atlanta to the biggest brands nationally and worldwide, shawty. People know me and the Stews brand in these streets. Holla at your folk. Once again, the number is 770-847-0536 or email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Yeah!